we going to get to a point where MVPDs are no longer selling video? I know we see that with Wide Open West. They stopped selling and now they're just selling in YouTube TV. Comcast, Charter, can they ever reach the point? Is there a tipping point of some sort that any of you see?
I don't think that would be wise. I think it's still too good a marketing tool. I mean, when you ask Jeff Bezos, when Jeff Bezos first started talking about Amazon Prime back in the day, he's like, when somebody sees me, when we win an Oscar, which they did, early on, when we win an Emmy, which they did early on, when people watch our shows, they buy more shit on our platform. So he saw it as a not a loss leader, but as a marketing expense. I think, it's too valuable a marketing product. We still touch all these products every day, but it's going to be way different. I don't think it'll be the same, markup mentality. It might be much more revenue sharing based. When you look at what Charter and Comcast are doing with Zumo, I do believe they're building they're building a version of what they've already had for decades in the model of Roku.
Yeah.
And Roku will talk about Roku channel all day long, but people don't realize this. Roku channel is, however big it is, it's a fast channel. It's as big as any other fast channel. But 130 million people touch Roku in the United States every day, 80 million homes. So, that's bigger than Comcast ever was. Fire touches somewhere around 30 or 40 million homes. That's as large as Comcast ever was. So I do think you're going to see the move to the virtual MVPD. YouTube TV is the only cable system that's growing. It's now larger than Cox, the fourth largest cable system in the US. But you're going to be selling premium streaming services and taking a rev share from that, and distributing fast and taking a rev share from that. And I think that's ultimately, as an outsider, that's how I understand Zumo to be built. It's about execution, and about bundling it with other utilities. And Comcast, I think, it's no coincidence that Comcast and Charter are now the two fastest mobile providers, fastest growing mobile providers in the US. And so that's your new triple play. I'm going to sell you a video bundle where the economics, I'm not taking all the risk. I'm going to sell you mobile, and I'm going to sell you broadband. And you know what? And I'll sell you home security. And you'll never break up with me.
Doug, love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree that it wouldn't make sense for them to get out of the video business. The way they're in the, in a way they've made a shift in recent years where they're trying to make themselves economically indifferent to video. So what they're doing is they're not marketing video as much, and when they get price increases from the programmers, they just pass them through in their entirety. So I think that they're trying to minimize their exposure, their economic exposure to video, but as long as they can pass through the increases, it is beneficial to have video in the bundle. You'll see things on the margin, like Evan said, there's a distinction between taking a retail price from a consumer and then cutting a check back to a cable network versus being a conduit for a streaming service to go direct to consumer and taking a rev share, right? They're just sort of an inversion of the same thing. What I think you'll see is it's already happening, but you're going to see the cable programmers or cable operators increasingly remove analog capacity off their networks as they move to all digital. So they're going to have a smaller and smaller proportion of their bandwidth allocated toward video in general. So I think we're already, like, if you look right now at the math, I think Comcast's gross margin on video is like 37%, right? So, for every dollar of video revenue they take in, they're keeping 37 cents off the top. But then when you allocate all the other costs of running the network and rolling trucks and all that, it's probably low single digits or break even business on an operating profit basis right now. So I think their goal is to minimize the adverse impact, but keep the benefit of having video as part of the bundle.